Well, hi, I'm Victoria, the administrator in training in true title. Administration is really just the business side of our church, and so I take care of the management and the finances. I have some history with administrative assisting. I worked for a home health agency for several years and got to support the administrator there and director of operations, so I love Excel. I think it's thebomb.com. I get made fun of for that all the time. Something I really admire about Kelly and Cheryl is their desire to invest in the next generation of the church. So I went to a conference in July, the REACH conference, and they had an administration track, and I was the youngest person there by about 6 or 7 years. So what happens when all those people pass? Like, we need to know what to do, how to administer for the God in a godly way. So it's been really interesting getting to reach out to a lot of lawyers that are Christians and other administrators in our movement who do a great job and have for many years. Well, I like to think about administration like a red letter Bible where the ministry is the red. And we need the white and black to understand the red parts, and the red is what's most important. Basically, our main focus is on ministry and helping people become disciples, and then the administrative side supports all of that. So we have a board of directors, and Kelly and Cheryl are the lead evangelist couple. Like, Cheryl is not paid by the church. And we have interns, and then we have an administrator. That's really our whole staff. And then we have church members. We have 2 campus interns, Daniel and Stacy, and then Ben and Andrew are interns for the young professional ministry, and they both work part-time jobs. I'm a part-time administrator. I also work part-time. Well, we have trusted church members that agree to a certain protocol, count the money on. So we have 2 individuals every Sunday who count, and then the deposit is given to me and I deposit Monday morning. Overall, the University Church of Eugene has been incredibly generous. I've been blown away because we've grown a lot in the last year in different ways. So seeing people consistently grow in their giving, I mean, it's encouraging for the entire staff to see the growth there. So to be like, wow, we had, such an amazing giving on a Sunday, like, it just encourages everyone to see, like, people really believe what's happening here and care about the church doing well in every area, not just one area or the other. Because I think they have to work together, and if one side grows and the other doesn't, then we can't support. It's like skipping leg day. You can't skip leg day. You know what I mean? So regular giving is always very helpful. It helps us to be super regular with paying our bills, and we have people who are inexperienced and people with a lot of experience. So praying that those relationships can really help each other to grow. And there's a way that we've always done things, and I think we're trying. Like, Eugene is a really cool place where a lot of new things are being tried. So having the vision for this next generation while still using the experiences and wisdom of those who've done this before, like, it's just a great melting pot for all of the generations to really learn from each other and to move forward in a really godly way. Well, we're a small church. We're pretty simple. We have 2 bank accounts, and we went through literally every cost that we had. So there's really no space for things to be hidden. So I was really brought in so that there would be an accountability for the board, so that it's not just one person looking at the finances. Everyone is really involved. With decisions that are made financially, there has to be a certain amount of board approval, so it's not like a singular person making a bunch of decisions and then everyone trying to make the paperwork match. Like, it is what it is. And it's cool because I have like a book of account that I'm in charge of keeping, because I'm also treasurer of the board, and that's one of my responsibilities there. And so it's from the beginning of the year until now, what we've brought in and what we've spent, and all of the accounting is there. I know that, like, my own personal conviction is that we do this really well and that it's done right. And those things are kept in check because of the relationships that are on the board and the individuals there. Our financial review midweek is a legal responsibility. Every year we have to get together and show the finances, and it's something we love to do, honestly. It's not like, oh, we have to do it, so let's get it out of the way. But like, this is a requirement for a reason, so let's use it for all it's worth. And so it's cool because I'm from a large church in Orlando, about 1,000 members, and so I've seen these financial presentations and fallen asleep in them and disrespected them in a lot of ways, but getting to be part of it was really encouraging for me. Like, this is important information, and I'm grateful that it gets to be widespread for the whole church to know. I think it was a very open forum. Like, if people had questions, they were able to ask, and we had a lot of honest question asking happen that night. And even talking about the special missions contribution that we did recently, we talked about it that night, and getting to be on the same page with everyone, because everyone comes from very different backgrounds, was super encouraging for everybody. like, okay, so we've experienced this or we've experienced this, but here's how we're going to do it now in Eugene. Special missions is a particular contribution where, well, in Eugene we decided that whatever people wanted to give, they could. So we didn't set like a certain amount. We just set a church goal of $25,000 because we wanted to open up households in Corvallis and Bend. And that's kind of how we've been operating in Eugene, is we'll support a household and have individuals move in and work with the church. It's more financially, it's better so we can have more people come and do this work instead of paying for like one or two interns. We get to spread that money in a way that can support a lot of people. Special missions was set at $25,000. The day of, we accepted about $23,000 with $18,000 in pledges. If you have an administrator at your church, you should write them a thank you card or buy them dinner or something. Because like the ministry is the most important part of what we do, but we can't function without the administration, is what I've learned. They help our churches to stay legal, and they help us to move forward as a movement. And I think if it's something you don't understand, that's okay. I didn't either, but it's something that deserves like respect, and it's something you're considering. I would say go for it, because like it's used a lot of like skills and talents that I've naturally had, and I think Kelly and Cheryl chose me because I reminded them of some other administrators they had known, and I don't exactly know what that means. Like, people think it's boring and that Excel spreadsheets are dumb and like all of these things that I get excited about, like our accounting program is awesome. If it's something you're passionate about, then you should really go for it, because the church needs young people who care about the direction of the church.